Grinders! Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is a celebration. This is a celebration.
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
Let's go! Oh yeah!
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad. I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
We're gonna have the games do our talking.
We get the win this time.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just look up. Don't be scared.
We're gonna have the games do our talking. from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack.
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When
go time,
like
baby.
this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
What's up, Grinders? Bound up.
You just made the list.
How's everybody doing out there? Straight shot. Welcome to the VIP Grinder. How you doing? Man, if you're not hyped, I don't know what to say. Put yourself in the bathroom if you're not hyped, man. Bring in the tunes. Wow. Finally. A showcase for the PS5 and PSVR 2. Nobody's going to have an intro like that, Grinders. You hit that like button. You share this out right now. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. We got a showcase. It's all about the showcase. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Let's get the burning grinders getting in there. The bonfire's in there. Shout out to everybody coming on in. Welcome, straight shot to the VIP Grinders board. We'll be adding you shortly to that shout, man. To Herman Holtz of Flex and Jay Summers, what's up? 14 months of VIP partying with Herman Holtz and the quality. He says, yo, Jez and Grindhouse, PS Showcase, make Xbox even more irrelevant. Dude, time is up. I said it. Time has been up. Phil Spencer is done, and he's about to see what great games can do to a platform. That's what he's going to say. He's going to finish that show next Wednesday, and Phil Spencer's going to be like,
Where's the lamb sauce?
he is going to be playing that flute outside of headquarters with a cardboard box asking for pennies and quarters. Because he's going to see what great games do. What great games can do. And you know what? There's no better way to start this show. There is no better way to start this show today. Hit that like button, share it out. There's no better way to start this thing without Mr. Gordon Ramsay, Herman Gordon Ramsay Holtz, whatever, Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan, speaking to the fans. I think we need to call him in here. This is a special moment. We need to get Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan in here to talk about what is going to happen.
Yes. Thank you, Grinders. There is being no other place I'd rather be today than at the gaming grindhouse. As I've been sitting here, listening to the CMA and the EU and telling them about quality games, I said enough. Now, we will show you what we are talking about here at PlayStation. We will show you what quality games do to a platform, to an ecosystem, to a brand.
You're my #1 customer.
I, Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan, stand behind quality games. And these games will be nothing less than. They will be more and more and more what you can expect coming from PlayStation. We're gonna have a showcase. Enough of the corporate talk. Enough of these deals and worlds of text. It's about the games.
You just made the list!
And we will show the games. No more courtroom documents than Phil Spencer crying on Xbox contests. It's about the games. It's not about me. It's not about my coach, Harmon Holst. It's about the games.
You just
And
made the
we
list!
will show over 1 hour next week of games. Games from our first
You
party
just made the
studios.
list!
Games from our third party partnerships. Games for our PSVR 2.
You just made the list!
And that's not all. We will show why PS5 is the best and only
You just made
place
the list!
to play games. Whether it's with the adaptive controls and the adaptive triggers and the vibrations, the
You just made the
3D
list!
audio, the graphics, the high fidelity ray tracing, performance modes, and using the IPs that
just
you
made the
love.
list!
Spider-Man. You don't know what's coming. Get ready for a wrath of marketing. Spider-Man.
You just made the list!
You will have Spider-Man 2 with Miles Morales coming out, probably the hottest movie this summer. And we will have
just
Spider-Man
made the list!
2 right behind it. You will play your favorite characters. And then on the back burner, we got Mr. Wolverine. Mr.
You just made the
Logan.
list!
You do not know the wrath and what you created by pissing me off and trying to take Call of Duty.
You just made the
Well,
list!
You're gonna be eating some duty because we're gonna give it to you. We've been making deals, buying studios, and making games. Get ready, bitch. Phase 2 is coming, and you're not ready. Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan will lead us in Phase 2, while you sit there and hold the line. Hold the line for goddamn McDonald's. Hold the line for a goddamn Big Mac. We don't need to hold the line. We are the fucking line. We are the measuring stick that you need to measure yourself by. You're always looking up at us, and we're gonna show you why. So let me tell you something. We will not be quiet anymore. We will not go quiet into the night. We will have our PlayStation Day, where quality games are the headline. And we will not temper expectations. Go in there dreaming big, because we're gonna be even bigger. So everybody here in the Grindhouse, hit that like button. We are ready to roll. So with that, Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan says, God bless PSVR 2. God bless PS5. God bless the gamers. And most of all, God bless quality games. Thank you. Let's grind.
Oh my. Woo! Wow. That gave me chills. Grinders, I don't know if that gave you chills, but Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan coming in and saying what he said, man. He said they don't have to hold the line. They are the goddamn line. They're the measuring stick that all platforms want to be. My God. Incredible. And while that passionate speech was going on, we had the grinders celebrating in the chat. Stonewall 1892, inspired by the speech, member of 8 months, said it's a good day to be a PlayStation gamer. You're goddamn right, Stonewall. And he brought 10 VIP grinders into the gaming grindhouse. Carol, the biggest. Shout out to you. Samari. T-Bone, outside of gaming.
You just
Night.
made the list.
Fake Man Bear Pig. Franco Tech. Balalala Banana. Bama Babana. Welcome. The Unknown. I think The Unknown got in there. Yo, thank you very much, Stonewall. Yo, there was tons of people. We got tons of people in here. My goodness, I'm going to be put to work. Woo. My goodness. Thank you again for the VIPs. We're just about almost at 100 VIP grinders. There's no more room to dance in the club. Holy crumbuns. Shout out to Cyber Dragon. Awesome. Cyber Dragon, 17-month VIP. You go shout out to the Chat Mods Grinders panel of present. There's no panel today. It's a one-man show, but we did have Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan present the passionate speech. Home of the CMA, J942. Tell them they're doing a good job. Keep an eye on that, Microsoft. We don't want them ruling goddamn cloud gaming. They need an eye on them. I don't trust that Satya. Never trust the Satya. Twisted Sync says, these are going to be, the next 7 days are going to be long. That's right, Twisted. I agree. So, my goodness. I know. It's going to be a long 7 days. I hope there's not a lot of leaks. I really hope so. I hope there's not a lot of leaks in this thing. But, man, I'm hyped up, man. That was a crazy intro, and I knew we couldn't have anything starting any lesser than Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan inspiration speech because he's tired. He is done. Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan says he's done talking about this. And you know what? If you don't believe me, he actually has the text to back his inspirational speech. Shout out to Log Hog 999, member of 1 month of VIP Grinder. PlayStation going first means coming to take them cookies. They got the fire. Dude, they do. They've been quiet, man. They've been quiet. And we're going to do some predictions.
You just made the list.
Make some predictions in here. We're going to be going. I don't know who the hell the Fleece Johnson is, biggest, but I need to know. Somebody got to send me a link or send something in the comments because I see somebody talking about Fleece Johnson, and I don't know what you're talking about. And Jim Ryan, he said enough is enough. He said it himself. And you know what? This is what he was referring to when he says he's done. He's done. Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan said right here, he is solely focused on total mind share. He don't want a little glimpse. He don't want an engagement. He don't want a 5 minute. He don't want a 5 minute engagement numbers. Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan wants total mind share. He wants to wipe the floor with anybody that steps in his kitchen. That's what he's doing. He's flipping over tables. He sees things that are not up to snuff, not up to quality. He's going in there, and you know what he's doing. He's telling Melissa. He told Melissa what's going on. He goes in there. He goes,
It's raw, Melissa.
Yes, chef.
he wants total mind share.
Yes, chef.
Internal messaging to his teams is that he wants to make a statement and make noise. They have woken the Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan giant. He is pissed.
Where's the lamb sauce?
He is done with pussyfooting around, telling people, don't take this. No, 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 no. They pissed off the wrong dude. Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan is done playing daytime court TV. Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan is done with daytime court TV with the two Utes. He's done. He's done sitting there and doing.
The two Utes.
He's done.
To what? What was that word? To what?
What?
Did you say Utes?
Yeah, two Utes.
He's out of there. He's done. He wants to make a statement and make some noise. And I think this was alluded to in the Phil Ness interview, where Phil Ness said, so they're doing things that make us hard to be Xbox. Dude, he might be alluding to some grab assing that's going on that Phil Spencer knows is going on in Activision, but he might be referring to something that Sony got him. Sony got some things that he made that pathetic statement, when he did the interview and said,
Oh, no! We suck again!
Pretty much. Thanks, Phil. And now Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan, he's done. The kitchen's heating up. He's ready. He just walked in today at work and he was like, the blue team is in damn trouble. Jim Gordon Ramsay is coming over there to check out what the hell the blue team is cooking. He's calling it
Raw! Shit! Raw!
over on the red team. Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan wants to see what the quality games are going to be showing at next week's showcase. What is he going to say about that?
It's not even pink, this is raw!
And Coop has delivered
Jesus.
undercooked salmon.
Jesus Christ. Gordon Ramsay Ryan. Will the blue team survive? Or the red team? He is not taking any names. He is ready.
It's raw, Melissa!
He is going wild. He is done.
Where's the lamb sauce?
My God. Tune in next week to find out what Jim Gordon Ramsay does. Donkey.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
He is done.
Idiot sandwich,
Jim Gordon
Chef
Ramsay Ryan. He done, dude. Yo.
You're my number one customer.
He said it, man. He's like, we are ready to roll. He knows phase 2 is coming. And there it is. Showcase over an hour. That's what came out today. Finally. The inside is inside to what? I don't know. But finally, we got the news that we needed. The news that we wanted. The phase 2 of the PS5 and PSVR 2. So we're going to go into that article right now. This weight is killing you. I know, Kratos. I know. Kratos, this will make you feel better. Before we'll play Kratos' wedding song, make him feel a little bit better.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes and Hades. And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like El Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. Smash 2, Ground, Truman 2. Cause they're all on Game Pass. Among Us, the Ascent, and more.
Hit that like button, grinders. Share it out. Game night 1, 2, 3 with the 2. He goes, you don't see this confidence from Phil. Nah, man. Nah. Phil looked like a deer in headlights right there on his home Xbox podcast. It wasn't like he was there with the New York Times or in there with that dude that told him that, you suck. And he was...
means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first-party output.
That's always been a hit on the company.
Yeah. It wasn't like Phil was like and not in a comfort zone. He was on an Xbox podcast and still looked like a deer in headlights. But first, before we get to the showcase and the announcement, there's one thing I wanted to talk about here. And something that, I think it maybe alludes to what Phil Ness was talking about early on. But GamesIndustry.biz did an article here. And this kind of goes on to the rampage, or maybe what Phil was alluding to, like it makes it Xbox hard to be Xbox. And I wanted to cover this on today's show. Sony's third-party plan to make PlayStation the best place to play. Sean Benson lays out Sony Interactive Entertainment's third-party portfolio strategy and how it changes between console, VR, and PC. So this is what I wanted to talk about, because I want to. There's a nice motif in here that I always kind of referred to, and I just wanted to go through this here on this. So just to not read the whole article, but I recommend, they were talking about what their strategy is for third party. And we know what Sony's first party is capable of doing. We see what they do. We see it. They usher in quality. They demand quality. But the third party stuff, the stuff that we've been seeing, what makes PlayStation the best place to play these third party games? And, one of the things he does talk about is he talks about the exclusivity stuff. And now he says that there's room for exclusives here. He goes, there's room for exclusives where it makes sense. So as we're seeing with, Final Fantasy, there are exclusives where it makes sense, obviously. But their real focus is digital distribution model that is prevalent than in generations past. There are different types of gameplay out there. For example, free-to-play games, business model, most likely will be better when it's on the biggest audience possible. So therefore, some games don't fit that exclusivity model because they demand a larger audience. So they may have to be, they're free to play. You don't want to isolate that as an exclusive type of thing. You want to be on PC and PlayStation at the same time, which makes sense. And saying that, while exclusivity is much harder, I know Phil even says this sometimes too about exclusivity, and, it's not that anymore when exclusives don't matter, which he chewed on his words there. But thinking less around exclusivity, what kind of technologies could they adopt to make the PS5 sing? What kind of innovation can they do with the haptics and the DualSense or the adaptive triggers? What could they do with the 3D audio and sound design? Notice, they are using the hardware that they put into the PS5 as leveraging for marketing and making third-party games play better. And a lot of things that you've seen, even in games like Hogwarts and the advertisements, they're showing how the controller adds another sense of immersion to the game. And I saw somebody in the chat talking about, humanity. I was playing that game. I didn't play it in VR yet, but I was playing that. And, dude, there's just some crazy stuff that goes on with the controller. Like, the controller, just simple things where the menu pops up and the controller, like, kind of you feel the vibration of it going at. And just kind of, it makes you be attentive that not even when you're playing the game, but, like, in between the games, there's certain waves and feels that you have with that, especially when you add that in VR, it goes to the next level. Even the speaker in the controller and the microphone, those kind of things, like not having to use a headset all the time to communicate. That microphone's pretty damn good. But the 3D audio is really something that I've just been mesmerized by. The 3D audio that they've implemented in here is so effective. It makes any set of headphones really sound great. So they're trying to leverage that. So he says there's a lot of things we could do when creating marketing stories. And while some of these partnerships for multi-platform games really focus. So like they could use the DualSense, the technology that's there, and use that as leverage to say, hey, why would you play it on PlayStation over an Xbox? Because we have this extra level of immersion that they don't have. They kind of like out-connected Microsoft. Microsoft wanted Kinect sort of like that as the thing. And it didn't work because, camera, people didn't like that. But Sony actually put it in the games. You don't have to do that. And one of the things I found really interesting is that Benson notes that Sony specifically doesn't specifically pay for adoption of the DualSense features, for example. But if the team believes it's a good PlayStation story, then they will work on a partnership that could include marketing and development support. So there's some developers that say, hey, let's work with you to make the DualSense even more immersive and do other things. They will use that as a marketing beat. And we've seen that in a couple of games like Hogwarts, for example, where that DualSense, and it was one of the first things I realized, when I shot one of my Magic powers out of the thing. You feel it go from the bottom of the control to the top with the adaptive trigger. And it's not something that's like, oh my God, but it's definitely there. And what happens is that if you go play something that doesn't have it, you're like, oh, you feel like something's missing. So it's not something that it's like it needs to happen, but like when it's not there, it's not there because it's just that natural. But then he goes on to, okay, so we're using unique features of the PS5, DualSense, the 3D audio, in addition to making exclusive deals, but it's not always all exclusive stuff. Exactly, Carol. It is. That DualSense, man, the Corral, that DualSense is incredible. And the DualSense Edge, as you saw with the MPDs, that top-selling accessory, there. Forspoken at 15, right? The Unknown. The game that everybody hates. Dude, I liked Forspoken. Dude, I bought it, and I got a review copy. So I got the two of them. But, man, I beat that game. I'm more excited for the DLC. I did like Forspoken. I did like the story, and I liked the gameplay. I think it was definitely overhated for some reason. I'm not going to say it's game of the year, but, dude, there's been tons worse. Asphalt? Yeah, there's been a lot worse, okay? And that game was nowhere near that bottom. And it's a decent game. And I'm going to tell you, when they put that game into the Plus and all that other stuff, watch how many people go, oh, wow, this is not a bad game. Like when they get the game and the pacing of it. Because that demo threw you in too much and overwhelmed you and it was not fun. That demo hurt the game. Because when you play that game in Forspoken, you grind on that magic for a while. You get to learn the mechanics. All right, before you start getting that stuff. That demo threw you in like 5 hours into the game, and it was just too crazy. You didn't know what the hell was going on. But when you play it the way it's supposed to be played, I think it was a much better experience for it. And I'm going to tell you right now, put on auto dodge, and it's so much fun. Auto dodge is great because then it's one less button you have to hit, and you can really focus on the combinations of the magic. The demo was ass, Carol. It was. The demo turned me off, but I gave it a shot after because it looked pretty good. But I'm saying that sound is incredible, Ron M. Yeah, the sound. I'm telling you this, that 3D audio, that Tempest audio, they got and yeah, they could leverage third party. So in the sense where it's inherent in the hardware, and also they don't say it in here, but the sound is basically could cause the vibrations in the controller. They use the audio cues for that stuff. And so there's not so much that needs to be done on their end to do it, but they want to make it a marketing beat. They want to highlight it, then they can on there. And there's room for exclusives. They're willing to make third-party exclusive deals. On the other side, they don't. But they're doing that. So that was the thing. So, what does it look for the next 3 to 5 years? So now they go into the VR, too. And shout out to Don Doc, man. They're leveled to this. Now we're at level 2. PSVR 2, right? Third-party strategy for the next 3 to 5 years. They're also looking at PSVR 2 over that span. We definitely are still in the rising tide and help all ships mindsets of the VR ecosystem, so it's not the same kind of competitive landscape as, say, in the console space, kind of the flat gaming experience. So they're in like kind of the uptick strategy of that. So with the original PSVR, they're still trying to sell the promise of why to develop VR. Now we have this community of much more seasoned creators like Polyarch, Endreams, and so forth that are dedicated studios to the VR space. Survivos is another great one that does that as well. I think both sides, Meta and PlayStation, really put a lot of investment into these studios and will make sure we'll still tell the story from a technology perspective, but there's still a lot of belief in that experience. It's around how we could best support you to be able to bring the content over to the PSVR 2 and how that can be developed funding support to marketing support because of a lot of these studios don't necessarily have the same kind of marketing infrastructure as bigger publishers would. And if you're into the two platforms, they're very different experiences and they have their own space for it. So our mindset is to make sure that the partner can keep the lights on and generate volume. And from my perspective, he says, quote, It's really important for gamers to have choice and variety of opportunities and places to play. And PC is not in the same kind of competitive space for us, at least currently. So it's not really a thing we focus on when we look at partnerships. If you look at a lot of our indie partners, it's a great opportunity to generate revenue on their side and our side as well. So PC is not really in the same kind of competitive space for us, at least currently. While AAA partnerships might get most of the attention, they're the lifeblood of the platform, she says. I certainly have a lot of personal attachment to it, if not even wearing a Sony hat. That's my community, right? Those are the people that I was born and raised with the gaming industry. So now, from a content perspective, she pivots now and going from a content strategy, it's absolutely a priority for us. The AAA obviously has a lot of commercial return and value, and the indie games also offer innovation and things that influence AAA down the line because they take more risks. Now we're at the indie part, right? So there's the next level. We are now talking about indies, and she references indie PSVR 2 games, and also they talk about indie games such as Stray, Kana, and Sifu. Those games are revered as some of the biggest types of IPs for the PS5, and they were created by indie teams. And I'll throw Humanity in there as well. That is a really creative puzzle game, a very kind of chill puzzle game, and it's pretty gruesome.
You're
in
my
the
number
fact that
one
you could
customer.
just sacrifice all these people to just get a puzzle solved. Like, that was the one thing I was playing with when I was playing Humanity yesterday, was that it doesn't matter how many people just fall off the cliff and die. You got to guide them to where they need to go, guide them to the light. And if they fall too far, dude, so it's pretty damn gruesome that you just watching kids and adult characters just falling off and dying. And it's like not keeping count, dude. And I'm like, oh, so that's not a penalty? Like, I forgot a section and they're just falling off the edge. I'm like, oh damn, I must have killed like 50,000 people just falling off the edge over there. I forgot to take care of them because they're just like falling off. And it's pretty, it's weird because it's not lemmings. It's not like, it's humans. It's people. And they have kids and adults. And it's like, it's all people that you're trying to herd. So like, they're falling and dying, and you're this dog trying to figure out how to get them around or maneuver them around and stuff. It's pretty wild. And I got to try to VR. Also, gory lemmings. Yeah, there's no blood in it, but man, if there was blood, it would have been wild, dude. But the other thing about Humanity, too, is that there's creating puzzles. So people now could create puzzles, and you go and solve them. So I was doing a couple of user-created ones yesterday, and dude, there are some challenging ones. And it is really interesting how you can manipulate the environment and just doing these very small, directional, long jump, short jump type movements to try to get them around and get them into the spot. And then here comes as they're filling into the light, when it emerges and blows up into an explosion, that you feel like the pixels coming out of that from the controller. So it's pretty satisfying when it explodes and you clear the level. But then that's an indie game there. Day one, you want to highlight day one, dude, that game is quality. And you could say that too I know, take care of the humans, Ryan, I know, right? But like with Stray, these are day one games. If you want to start going on to that subscription day one stuff, and they're not just resting their laurels on Humanity. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, here is Ratchet and Clank. And here are all those Wolfenstein games. Here's all the rest of the Evil Deads. Oh, and here's some classic games. The rest of the Siphon Filter series. Oh, and some PSP games too. Do you see the variety that I'm speaking about and what they're highlighting in here? She just didn't come on to this interview and go like, yeah, third-party exclusivity really doesn't matter. Shout out to Thrifty, PS Gamer. Yo, what's up, Thrift? He goes, let's go. Humanity is really fun. It is, dude.
You're my number one customer.
I got to try to VR now with it on that one. But I was playing mini golf yesterday. Oh, walkabout mini golf, dude. Save me some money. I'm going to save myself $14 by playing. Well, I had to buy the game. But instead of going real mini golf, dude, that is fun. And I know what else is fun about walkabout mini golf is finding each of the unique balls in each section. Every hole has every course has 18 mini golf balls. And you got to find them. They're all hidden around, man. So, like, not only you're just playing golf, but then you're looking for that. And then you get the dark level, the night levels to that. And then there's a story to it. There's like a story on each level, on the night levels. For each of the daytime levels, there's a story. And you get clues of where on the map to find them. It's like a scavenger hunt. And you solve these 14 clues. And then when you finish the 14 clues, you get a special club for the level, which is pretty damn cool. So like I did the space one yesterday, and it was like it's a story. You had to find these alien eggs, but and then the night levels are harder. They actually added like different obstacles in the same map, so it's a completely different course. It's a similar shape. The cadence of it, but it's like completely different. Like they change things around. So it's crazy. Walkabout mini golf. Dude, these experiences are incredible. I'm so happy with the PSVR 2 and what they've been able to put out so far, whether they're ports of better games and just unique games. I'm so happy with what they've done. And the fact that it's so simple to use and to just put on your head, hit the button, and you're ready to go. That it doesn't give it this whole like octopus of wires or the Kratos chains of Olympus that you had to hook up everything. It's so simple. I'm really happy. I can't believe how polished and how many great games. And if you go to that PSVR 2 store and see how many games are coming that already been announced, I think we're going to see some at the showcase. Plus, I think they're going to be some big ones. But we'll get into predictions in a little bit. But my goodness, humanity, talking about indies. But as you hear me speaking about this stuff, what is it? It is, guess what? And this is the thing that I've been saying. It is a lot of, it's everything. It's not funneling. It's not Red Matter 2. I saw that one, Corey. That's right. On Friday. Dude, it comes out Friday? Jeez, that looks so cool. That's like a space puzzle game, man. That looks polished too. Clemo says the heaviest cable ever created. Nelson, you like that Walkabout mini golf, baby? Yeah, I know. We had a blast, man. I love playing that online too. It's so much fun. Right, 3 Mile. It's almost like they know what they're doing in gaming, and this is the thing, right? They're constantly advocating partnership opportunities, even without deals. See, even without deals, ways to amplify and advocate with support within our channels, whether it be PlayStation Store, content communications team working on the blog, or so forth. I would say there's a lot more levers we have to pull to be able to support these creators, and there's a lot of tools put in place to support these creators. But when you look at a portfolio, just with this interview by itself, the weird thing I wanted to cover, the motif that you're seeing with this interview is that anything you want to do, PlayStation got you covered. You want to make an indie game? You want it to shine? We got you covered. Do you want to make it exclusive? Do you want to put it in our service? You don't have to. You could just put an indie game out there like Kana, and we'll put it in the service later on. That's right, Josh. They were doing it back then. You're right. With Rocket League, Fall Guys. What is the other game? Gang Beasts was another one, Josh. Gang Beasts was another one. But to go to our point of saying is like, we got you covered. You want to make a VR game? Go ahead, make a VR game. Here's the thing. You want to make your game highlight with the unique capabilities of our machine? Don't worry about resolution and frame rate, because we didn't go out there and tell the world that it's eating monsters for breakfast and 4K and 60 frames is less than what you're going to get, and we're going to be the best play to play AAA games because we're going to be the most powerful console, yet we're not going to force it. No, we didn't go around saying that stuff. Sony said we made a system to play games on there. So don't feel pressure into what you need to do. Just use our system and make a game. You want to put it on utilize the controller, make some intense 3D audio, whatever you want to do, we got you covered. You want to put it in our service day one, do whatever you want. You don't have to put it in our service. You don't have to go to PlayStation Pass day one. If you want to, go ahead. But you could put a game like Kana right out there for $30 and people will buy it. You could put it in the service like Stray and people will play it and probably buy it. You want to make a $70 blockbuster exclusive game only on PlayStation and utilize the full capabilities like our friends over at Square Enix with Final Fantasy 16? You could do that as well. You want to add some VR features to it? You could do that. Every aspect for a creator, PlayStation got you covered. They're not saying, hey, you know what? Our vision is games on every device. So if you're going to make a game for us, we're going to put it, you got to make it for PC as well. It has to launch in a subscription service day one. We'll put you in there. So here's the money for that. You want to put that in Game Pass? That's fine. It has to be on PC. Please, if you want to make a cloud version, you could do that. But you know what? You're going to have to. And Microsoft kind of went right back to where they went with the 360, with the arcade, with their restrictions, because Game Pass is restricting them. By them spreading themselves out, they're funneling everything through a subscription service. It's Game Pass or bust. When have you seen Microsoft do an exclusive game not in Game Pass? They don't. If it's marketed or partnered or exclusive to PC and Xbox, it's most likely launching in Game Pass. That's why the games you see are those indie games, or games that from Focus Entertainment, the level 2 or level 3 games. You don't know what they're gonna be. You don't know how they're gonna be. We don't know. We'll put them in Game Pass. See the funnel approach. Where Sony's out there giving whatever you want to do. You want to make a AAA exclusive? We got the install base for consoles. You want to make it on PC and console? Do it. We got Discord. Do whatever you want. That's right, Carol. There's levels to this. This Sony got you covered at every level. And the fact that they went to this article and said our third party is not just a third party handshake or an exclusive. It's not that. You want to make a timed exclusive? Get ahead. People were complaining about Stray getting, I didn't know Stray was coming. Guess it said it right there. It said it's a timed exclusive for a year. All right? And it's going to be real fun if it's not coming to Game Pass. But the thing is that I said that Sony's doing it right in the sense that they are allowing for choice to the creators. The creators are not forced to make a game for a service. They're not forced to make a game for the cloud and the services. And they don't have to do everything in the service. They could do, you want to put in a service, get ahead. Like, hey, we thought Humanity would be great in a service. Stray, put it in a service. Kana, no, let's not put that in a service. Hey, you know this other indie game, let's not put, that doesn't go in a service. You know, Rollerdrome, let's not make that have a service. Let's give it a 1 hour trial. You know, let Rollerdrome get a 1 hour trial. They even have the trials as well, which my daughter was playing the Disney Speedster trial. Guess what? They didn't have to throw the Disney game into their PlayStation Plus. They gave a trial of it for 2 hours. You want to put a trial out for your game, Rollerdrome. You don't have to go in our service. Trial. You see how many varieties? Like, it's letting the art dictate where it wants to be distributed. And Sony has every avenue of distribution. That's how we benefit, because then the game is not compromised for the service. The game is made for what the game wants to be, and then the service, whatever they want the service to be. Whereas, if everything has to go through a funnel of Game Pass, the game needs to be compromised, and the game needs to be adjusted. The game needs to be forced out to meet a certain window because we have paying subscribers there. And you get a Redfall situation. The game has to be made for the service and not the game for the gamer. Crackdown 3 was a victim of that as well. It was a game made for the cloud and not for you. That's why nobody played it. It had 3 maps. So look, it destroys with cloud. That's great. It was a marketing tool for developers to say, use our cloud. But they sacrificed the game to try to get that marketing out to the developers. And what happened? We suffered. Game sucked. Halo Infinite. They want to get a battle pass out so bad for Halo. Well, look how that's going for you. Rush it out there. You didn't even, you try to add cosmetics that were once free, now they're not. Elbow pads and shoulder pads in a battle. Nobody cares. Charms on a gun, it's forced. But I don't want the games to be created for the distribution. I want the games to be made for what the games are. And I think Sony's model, just like what they described in here, it allows the game to be what it wants to be. And then Sony works with the creator to say how they should distribute it. Oh, a VR game? Well, we got a VR platform for you. Can Xbox say that? No. They don't have a VR platform. They just pawn it off. You do what you want. Microsoft's hands off, ass first. But Sony's like, hey, we got a VR platform. You want to make a VR game? That's what I said before about VR. The thing about VR is that it opens up another avenue of unique games, like this game right here, before your eyes, where it takes advantage of the blinking to tell a story. Every time you blink, something changes and the story changes, or it's imaginative. It's a very unique game. Without VR, you wouldn't have that, and the VR opens up a whole other avenue for games. So by not having it, you're just removing an entire section of possible games that could come to your platform by not having a VR solution. Exactly. HoloLens dead. That's art, Ron. The games are an art form. And that's the thing. So I think, that's the main thing I wanted to cover for this article here is how Sony has all different levels for creators, whether it's AAA timed exclusives, AAA only exclusives, AAA games that utilize, like Hogwarts, the capabilities of the machine. It's hard being Xbox. That's right. So I'm telling you, it's awesome. And I just think that's great. And that leads you into Showcase. That's right. As it should. Let's go through the Showcase announcement, grinders. Oh, yeah. Where, guess what? Do the executives do the talking? Oh, no, they better not, because...
Enough from me. We're going to have the games do our talking.
That's damn right. And again, you don't need to like VR and all that stuff, and you don't get VR. That's fine. I'm not saying you have to have VR, but the thing is like everything it's not funnel vision. It's not one size fits all at Sony. And that's where I like about that. It's not a one size fits all. Where Microsoft seems to be funneling people into, you're going to make a game for our Xbox. It's going into our service. So it's going to be a service game. And it's going to be on all the devices. Everybody on phones, on PC. The one game cannot satisfy all those different customers. They have different expectations, Phil. A PC and a mobile gamer have different expectations with a game. Nah. You're invited. Unknown's invited. I'm in. But before you're invited, we can't forget, before we're invited to this showcase, we need to go to the... Oh, yeah. We gotta go to the VIPs. Thank you again, VIP Grinders, for all the support that you do here. Thank you again. Partying with Mr. Herman Holtz. The quality splits, they are coming. The quality is going to be quality splits, Herman Van Dam level splits we're going to be having next week of quality. And you are the quality VIPs rocking in the Gaming Grindhouse. Thank you again for all your support. Flex those emojis! And get ready, because we are going to the showcase. You're invited. Everyone's invited. Woo! Thank you, quality Mr. Herman Holtz. Oh, yeah. Partying with the Herman Holtz, man. True Virtual says, thank you, man. True Virtual, as long as you're a VIP, you are staying right there at Herman Holtz. True Virtual. Wait, I think True Virgil said something when I was doing the article or something like that. Did True Virgil? Yes, he did. He said Connect was better than VR. Enough said, ponies. True Virgil, chats like that are not going to get you removed from Herman Holtz's quality grapes. Ghostface, wait a second. Ghostface is not on the VR. Did I miss Ghostface? He's not on there? Oh, yeah. Ghostface, we're going to add you live, Ghostface. Well, just so I don't forget. Look at this. Yes, and definitely hit me in the comments if you're not on there. I've been, the way they do the membership thing, I'm doing this all manually, so I don't want to miss anybody on there. But if you notice that you're not on there, definitely send me a comment or something like that, and I'll add you to the board. But Virgil, you're not going anywhere. Listen, True Virgil, let me tell you something. I like Connect. All right, I did like Connect. I was a Connect beta tester. I really like the Connect. All right, I just wish that it was better implemented. I think that Microsoft just didn't want to wait around with the Connect. I think that the Connect and VR would have been an incredible solution. True. I think that, if they put the HoloLens with the VR, they could have done body tracking in addition to head tracking. I remember they used the Kinect for head tracking in Forza. That was pretty crazy. Without the sense of VR, they used the skeletal scan of your head in order to do head tracking in Forza. But they stopped there, and and that was it. But anyway, it was decent first time. Yeah, the government love Connect. That's right. So anyway, back to the showcase. Showcase. I love it. Showcase. Everybody's called it a showcase. Like even Phil was called his showcase. Anyway. So let's read what Sony got to say. Sony, what you got to say after all these years? Finally, we got a showcase. Still another. All right. Woo! We're starting off strong. So the showcase starts Wednesday, May 24th at 1 p.m. Pacific. And for my East Coast grinders, that will be at 4 p.m. East Coast. Oh, baby. Not 11 o'clock East Coast time, a luncheon that Xbox did for their Developer Direct, where they had it like at the ass crack in the morning, basically. True Virgil agrees. I do. I remember True. I know where you come from. I got you. But anyway, I'm finally spitting facts, he said. Uh-oh, Aaron's here. Aaron! Wait, Aaron, before I get into there, Aaron, hold on. Hold the phone. I know you're excited.
Sign me, please. I will bend over and touch. My knees tell me it's better when we all play the make exclusive games and
but Aaron, I was talking. I was saying nice things about Xbox Connect, but you want to talk about PlayStation. But there you go. Aaron entrance music, everybody. Welcome, Aaron. How you doing? Aaron? Welcome in there. Oh, damn. God damn. Who did that? Booty, get out of here. So anyway, start us off with the bold statement right there. A wealth of new games and new IP are heading to what? What? Yeah, what? Heading to PS5 and PSVR 2. As they should. That's what I want to see. I don't need mobile games. Little Timmy, who wants to eat with his family, save his family. With Tiny Tim, cut me to something. I only play on mobile. I got 4G and 1G. No. Games going to the PS goddamn 5 and the PSVR 2. As it should. Quality flutes, please. Thank you. No mobile, Little Timmy. No PC ports. There may be some PC announcements, but don't put it on there. Low key under there, like a Ratchet and Clank coming to PC. And you know what? Yeah, we'll put that as a little subtitle. But we're not marketing that. It's coming to PS5 and VR 2. as it should. No more little Timmies. No more 2G people that want to play with a strap on, the Razer Knish. PSV5 and PSVR 2. We're done. As it should. I do. I think they will definitely subtly announce some PC coming, like a thing. Maybe. But it's not advertised on there. They're not saying head into PC, PlayStation. No. We got quality. As it should. Quality flutes, baby. Quality flutes. Phil, get out of here. Phil, chase him away. Phil, get out of here. Phil. God damn, he's trying to sneak in the back door. Goddamn Phil, pause. Trying to sneak in with that trash ass flute. No, Phil, this we're talking quality flutes now. You keep that flute out the door. You do that when you go cry on Xbox Podcast. This is a quality flute time. So we get that flute, takes a hike. We're doing quality flutes now. Phil tried to sneak in there with that friggin' goddamn Phil Ness flute. We don't want that. It's about damn time. It's almost time to see what's next. PlayStation Showcase broadcast live Wednesday, May 24th, or 1 p.m. Pacific time. The show will run a bit over an hour, focusing on PS5 and PSVR 2 games, as it should. In development from top studios around the world. Expect a glimpse at several new creations from PlayStation Studios, as well as spellbinding games from our third-party partners and indie creators. Interesting word there. Spellbinding games. Interesting. Starts Wednesday. And then the co-streaming stuff. So I plan on streaming it. You know what? Let it go. Grindies, you're going to come to the Grindhouse. We're going to do it. We're going to live stream it. Let's do it. I think we should do it. Come on into the Grindhouse next week. We'll be doing it live. You'll get to hear quality flutes when we see something good. And you'll be rolling around in the Grindhouse. Only place to watch it. We'll be doing it. Let's do it. I'll get Frogs in here. We'll get in there. This will be an exciting time. I want to see this showcase. I want you to have my instant reactions on this stuff. So, there it is. So, shout out to Zuby. I saw some. Whoa, what's going on here? Whoa, what's going on? Hot take. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh my. I don't know what is going on here. Oh, baby. So, let's do some predictions, right? Let's see what's going on there. I saw that Zoobs was in here. Zuby Tech was in here. Shout out Zuby. I think Zuby put out, hold on. Let me get this. What the hell? Oh, F1. There we go. Where is it? So shout out to Zuby. He put up this. We got to zoom this in here. And maybe we'll use this as our predictions. And Grinders, put your predictions in the chat. We're going to be having some fun with this show. Now that we know the showcase is on Wednesday, it's over an hour. PSVR 2 and PS5. Chief is right in there. Oh, baby. Whoa, baby. Let's get the hot takes here, man. Grinders are rocking. He's starting off strong. Chief, the Benny says GTA 6. Woo! I think we're cooking with some oil right there. I think GTA 6 gets a little sneaky peeky. I think so. GTA 6 scot-free says GTA 6. Man, we're going big. Those are the third-party deals. I do think, Carol, I do think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will get a possible release date. I think, looking about that, they're coming on Final Fantasy 16. Let's keep Final Fantasy in everybody's minds. Let's see Final Fantasy 7, a trailer to that, or maybe a tentative release date, January or something like that for Final Fantasy Rebirth. I think that will be great to hang off the heels. You got to understand, some of my predictions now, are going to be based off of how Sony's been rocking. Sony's been taking advantage of big media moments, and they've been strategically doing things with their services or with their game releases and with their announcements that will coincide with something they may have in there. I think GTA 6 sounds like a big smack as a one more thing, or maybe even starting off with a GTA 6, similar to how they did with PlayStation 5. Because you remember, PlayStation 5 reveal started with GTA 5 coming to PS. Well, it was the update of GTA 5, and then doing the money. What do they call the friggin' not the Dragon Bucks, the I forget what they're called. The V-Bucks or whatever for GTA. The shark cards, right? Getting the $1 billion each month. They did a promotion of GTA 5 when they announced the PS5, if you remember that. They opened up with GTA. And it wasn't GTA 6. So I do think GTA 6 will be there. GTA 5 in VR? Oh, damn, man. We're really cooking. We're going big, man. No tempered expectations on the Grindhouse, I'll tell you right now. But yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling the GTA 6 may be there as an announcement, or even GTA 5. And then looking at some other third-party things before we get into the first-party stuff, I think that they're going to have, here's a Grindhouse prediction, Grindsadama's here. I think there's going to be some sort of partnership with a big franchise, whether it be Harry Potter, whether it be Lord of the Rings, whether it be another Marvel or DC. I think it would be either that kind of announcement as either a VR game, similar to what they did with Iron Man VR. I think they're going to maybe do a VR superhero experience, because they always seem to have one with their PlayStation. They had Iron Man VR and Batman VR. So I do think that they're probably going to take one of these games and do a superhero VR game in it that they will do. Or they might have some time exclusivity to a partnership like Lord of the Rings or anything like that they're working with. Because remember, they did work with HBO with Last of Us. So who knows, in that exchange, did they get some sort of, hey, we're working with you, maybe we'll grab some of that Warner Brothers IP or something like that, and we'll make something with you. Since we've already been doing Last of Us with HBO and Time Warner, maybe we got something in the DC, maybe something like that. Maybe a Superman VR or something like that. But I do think there's going to be either some sort of big kind of deal with a big IP, and either be VR or an exclusive game. Maybe they do a VR mode in Spider-Man. I don't know. I'm not too much of a fan of VR in Spider-Man, because once you finish the swinging, like the combat with just shooting spider webs will be cool, but the hand-to-hand combat won't work that well in Spider-Man. So I don't know. Like a Spider-Man kind of just shooting webs and manipulating a web thing like they did with the other Spider-Man might be good on there. Jenna Hayes at the 2, he says, that music sounds like Mega Man Contact Capcom. Ooh. What music? Oh, the music from the thing? A Mega Man? Yo, they could do something with Capcom.
You're my number one customer.
They could. Pragmata's do. You're right, Pragmata. Amazon has Lord of the Rings, so maybe they won't do a Lord of the Rings then. I think it's going to be something DC or Marvel. They're going to go into another Marvel game or something like that. Nope, Aaron, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to do any kind of hardware announcements. They said it's games. Games coming to PSVR 2 and PS5. They got to show games for an hour. They're not showing devices and services and all that other stuff. This is game stuff. Because we do have to see some updates. And, I do think that they got some deals. Like the Knights of the Old Republic was one. I don't think they're going to show that. I don't think that's going to be there. But I do think there's going to be some sort of big partnership, either in VR, maybe have like Alex in VR too. We know that the what is it? We know some of the VR games they announced, but we don't know. I think there's going to be some big ones. Stellar Blade, Silent Hill 2, gameplay. You're saying a new Twisted Metal game? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I feel... I don't know if they'll do a new Twisted Metal game. Maybe that's one of their service games. Maybe. Jacob, I don't know. Maybe it could be one of their service games, like one of their games, like a multiplayer game, a Twisted Metal. We know, RE4 remake for PSVR 2, that has to be shown. We know about that. So, like, I don't want to say things that we already know were announced and just see gameplay of it. Like, I do think we'll see gameplay of things that were announced. I want to think about the things that we don't know about. Like Rise of the Ronin, we know. So let's go into this. So, right now, this is a Grindadamus. Here's a Grindadamus right here, right? Ben Studio. A new AAA IP includes multiplayer. Here's a Grindadamus. Timestamp this one, Supermod, wherever you are. I think Studio Bend is making something along the lines of an espionage siphon filter game because they've been putting every single siphon filter game in that PlayStation service since it launched. They just did the last one this month. They've been leading up to something regarding siphon filter, and Studio Bend has been retweeting it and reminding everybody that they made siphon filter. So I think we're going to get that AAA game that Bend is working on right here. I think that is a siphon filter. It's going to be a third-person shooter, espionage type game with some multiplayer elements in it, and I think that's what they're working on. Maybe it's not siphon filter, but it's going to be siphon filter in the world of siphon filter, and I think that's what Studio Bend is working on, and I think we will see
You're my number one customer
at the showcase. I think that's one of the big games that I think they've been preparing for it because they've been putting. This is where I say I try to put things together of seeing what Sony is doing. So they've been putting all the siphon filters inside them. I don't think they're making Metal Gear. I like. Why would they be putting all those siphon filters in if they're not planning to kind of revisit that franchise? Why would they put them all in the subscription service? There've been a lot. They did them all. So if they make a Metal Gear remake, that's good, but I don't think they would. I think they're going to be doing I think they need a multiplayer game, and I think siphon filter is where it's at. Because siphon filter did have some kick-ass multiplayer. Not SOCOM. I don't think they're going to bring back a SOCOM. I think, because and that's another area where there's not a lot. A siphon filter-esque, like an espionage spy type technology, like Rainbow Six future tech, third-person shooting game. I think that's what they're going to make. Something along those lines of that. You got spies. You got some future tech, third-person, multiplayer. And I think that's where I think that's where they're going. Because Studio Bend has been retweeting every siphon filter that came out in the service. And Sony put them all in there. I think that's where it's going. I think that's what they're making. So that's a Grindadamus. Something with siphon filter. Now, Super Chat, 7 Dragons to $2. He goes, you think they're going to show Ghost of Tsushima 2? Yes, I think that is due. I think Ghost of Tsushima is due. I think Ghost of Tsushima gets either a teaser trailer or something, but they're going to show what Sucker Punch is working on, and they're going to do Ghost of Tsushima 2. They did Iki Island, which I know Buck Roger, whoever trolls me all the time, I didn't finish Iki Island yet. But I think definitely Ghost of Tsushima 2. Thank you for the Super Chat, 7 Dragons. I think Ghost of Tsushima 2 will be there next week. I think they'll have a tease of it. And I think Ghost of Tsushima 2 is the next game that Sucker Punch is working on.
You're my number one customer.
Game Night challenging Grindadamus. He goes, Studio Bend showing their game at the showcase. No way, Jez. They only said that they started work last year. Thank you, Game Night. I think it's leading up to a Game Night, though. I think whether they're going to show gameplay or they're going to show like a tease, I don't know. But I feel like they've been building up to this over the last year because they've been putting every friggin' siphon filter game in that service. And Studio Bend's been retweeting it. Oh, Aaron finished Iki Island. Good job, Aaron. I got some celebration music for you.
Sign me, please, I will bend over and touch. Mineys tell me it's better when we.
That's good. I gotta finish it. Shame on me. It was good. I've been liking what I played of Iki Island. About half done of it. But But yeah, so that Studio Bend, I think we're ready to see what they're working on. So whether it's not, Game Night thinks that they just started working on last year, but it's been so long since Days Gone for Studio Bend. They got to be ready. They can't just be starting work last year. I think that was a ruse, or they working on something, man. I don't think that. There's no way. Days Gone came out so long ago. They got to be doing something. True Virgil finishing Gallon. You're still staying there, True. You're not moving on the VIP. So I think Media Molecule's not showing anything. That's too early. Naughty Dog, I think they're showing factions. I think it's faction time. I think that's what the Naughty Dog's going to bring is factions. What we're going to see gameplay of it. We're going to see what the story elements are and what factions are going to be. And I think factions probably comes out either early next year or maybe November, December. Spider-Man owns September. They might keep factions far away from this year and just let Spider-Man roll it out. But factions is from Naughty Dog. I don't think we're going to see anything else from them. I think we'll probably definitely get factions. And who knows, maybe a factions beta dropping in June. They could do it. They could do a factions beta in June for PlayStation Plus subscribers or whatever like that. So I'm thinking, we're going to probably see definitely factions. So factions, I think, definitely will be there. That's a definite. Housemarque, I don't think so. I think we're going to see Haven. I think we're going to see Jade Raymond's. I think we're going to see some stuff from what the studios that they purchased. I think that we're going to see something from Haven Studios with Jade Raymond. I think they got to show kind of like at least one of the games from the studios they recently acquired. I don't think Bungie's ready to show anything. There was a speculation about was a Material or something like that or Matter from Bungie. I don't think Bungie's ready to show anything. I think Bungie's phase 3. I think they got to wrap up Destiny. So Bungie, but I do think some of these studios that they bought, whether it was Firesprite, which I think Firesprite is probably making another VR game. I think they're working on another VR game. Firesprite. They did the Horizon. I think they're going to be making another one, either with their thing. Astrobot for PSVR 2? Yes, I think we're due for that. I think we're due for an Astrobot. But again, I don't know because they did move that company around, so they might not be ready to show. I also think we're going to see Blue Point's game. Whatever that is, I think that's the Metal Gear remake. I think Blue Point's doing the Castlevania game. They're doing something. They're doing something with Castlevania or Metal Gear or doing some. Blue Point's doing that because that's what it says original, so maybe not. I don't know. But I think we're going to see what Blue Point's working on. I think we will see Blue Point. I think they're due. This is phase 2 nonetheless. I think we're definitely seeing Spider-Man and getting a release date. We're seeing Spider-Man 2 gameplay with a release date. That is definitely happening. That from that first party is definitely happening. We're going to get Spider-Man 2 gameplay and release date, and that is going to trail with the marketing for Spider-Man Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse movie that comes out. So I think that is what's happening with Spider-Man. They're going to roll that out, trailer with the movie, and then when the movie comes out on digital, that's when the game releases in September. So we're getting a September 7th, September 14th release date for Spider-Man 2. I think Spider-Man 2 is going to have a gameplay trailer, blow us away, and another Grindadamus, timestamp this one. I think another Grindadamus thing here for Spider-Man 2 is that they're going to do something with the multiverse in there, whether that's going to be a side mission to get your costumes, to get your different outfits, whether you're going through portals in the multiverse to get different Spider-Man costumes. They might do it as a side mission, or it might be a story element, but they're going to utilize the portals that they implemented in Ratchet and Clank into Spider-Man, whether it's a side missions or whether it is part of the story, and also it's going to merge with the Spider-Verse. I think that's what they plan on doing with Spider-Man 2. I think they're not going to leave Manhattan, but they're going to do alternate realities of Manhattan with the multiverse portals. I think that's why they had them in Ratchet and Clank. That was like a test bed for it of capabilities, and they're going to blow it out of the water for Spider-Man 2. Whether it's a side mission or not to get your costumes, or side missions to go do some mission of puzzles in the multiverse to get or fight a boss to get a costume. I think that's how they're going to implement that into Spider-Man 2. That's another Grinds of Thomas thing. Hey, Frog, you want to jump in the Discord? I'll open it up, get some of your predictions. Let me know if you're able to talk. Just say yes, I'll open the Discord for you. So I do definitely think there will be something along those lines. Definitely Spider-Man. The gameplay. That's going to blow everybody away. Now, we got here Bungie. Yeah, they're working on stuff. Let's see. Firewalk. Firewalk's the one that they is the Firewalk? No, that's Deviant. That's who they do. They don't own them. So Firewalk might be able to, I think they maybe show them. Like I said, Firewalk, Haven. I think Valkyrie is another one. I think these studios that they purchased and recently, Fire Sprite, we saw theirs. They might have something, but I think them and maybe Housemarque is ready to show something. But Housemarque already made their PS5 game, so I don't think Housemarque's going to show. I think Bluepoint's due. Bluepoint, Studio Bend, and either Firewalk or Haven, we're going to see something from them. We got to see something from these studios that they acquired. And I think they said that they checked out Haven Studios already, that they were over there. Like Herman Holtz was over there. It was Quality Splits. Yeah, Firewalk's game, I think maybe then Firewalk we'll see. Firewalk and Haven. I definitely think we're going to see some first party from the studios they acquired. Because I think there's been a lot of kind of, wait, you bought these studios. We haven't seen anything from them. Maybe it's time. He says it's ready. So I do think that we will see something from those studios that they purchased. They have to. I think they do. I think they do. T. Harris says we're expecting too much. T. Harris, don't only play that music. I'm not going to play that music. We don't temper expectations at the Sony Showcase. Because if they show a bunch of indie stuff, we're rioting in the streets. Because this is not a state of play. This is a showcase. Showcase. And you see the logo, right? The logo, spotlights, bright lights. All the lights. All of the lights. Dude, those are spotlight movie expectations. Big blockbuster smash hit monkey movie. These are spotlights, dude. Look at this. Look at this. This is a showcase. This is not no goddamn state of play. Phil Spencer Indie Showcase. Grab pass, Game Pass. The names are in lights. Marquee lights, dude. They're bringing the big guns. That's what it looks like. Lights and splits. That's exactly right, Saddle. That's exactly right. That's right. Veg just says that. Lights and splits. Yo, what's up, frogs? I can't hear you. But anyway, back to the work of Zuby Tech. So I think definitely from them. Now, up here. Yeah, what's up, Frog?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep. Oh, I hear music in the background, though. What was that?
Oh, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Can you hear anything now?
Wait. I hear the controller.
You're my number one customer.
Yo, shout out to Ricardo Ortiz with the 10. The picture that goes, oh, baby. That's what he said. Thank you for the super sticker. Oh, baby.
Let me,
Ryan Land says that Holst is going to announce the party at the yacht VR. Dude, I already had the party. It was poker games on the Herman Holtz yacht.
As long as it's not rooftop parties.
No. Phil has those rooftop parties right there. But we're going down. So I'm going through the list of what they're working on. I hear feedback. I don't know what you...
Do you?
Yeah. Well, just Nana.
All right, let me change my headset. My headset. I'll mute myself until I change my headset.
And there it is. Ghostface VIP member you took the words right out of my mouth. Ghostface. The one more thing I think right here as we're looking at this, I think it's definitely going to be Santa Monica Studio, Kari Balrog to wrap up the show. One more thing. Kari Balrog, what are you working on? You're not doing God of War. What are you working on? And that is going to be the one more thing. I don't think Wolverine's going to be there. I think they're going to keep the spotlight on Spider-Man. Wolverine will probably be next showcase or maybe a state of play. But I do think that Cory Balrog's game is due. We're ready to see what Santa Monica and Cory have been working on. I think it's time. And it may be a space game, and it may be turning some heads when people are saying Starfield. They're like, whoa, what is this space game? And I think that Cory Balrog, Santa Monica Studios is going to be the one more thing that's going to be there. I think that is the humdinger, wrap it up type thing that they'll do that. Or they might do it with factions. But we kind of know about factions. I think the one more thing may be that game from Santa Monica. Yeah, exactly, Claymore. I don't think they'll do Wolverine.
What about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, you're better now. Much better now.
Okay. I had to change my headset.
So what do you think? We'll just do the one more thing. What do you think the one more thing would be? Like the end cap?
I think the one more thing, the end cap, it has to be either one or two studios. Well, one or three studios. It's either going to be Naughty Dog, Sony, Santa Monica, or Bungie.
Oh, you put Bungie in there. Nice.
Yeah. I think that Bungie, and I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 and finally platinumed it after years of just this Nightfall Master Raid, which, I am a lord officially at it. I'll say this. I think that Bungie's next game, maybe they talk about it. Maybe they kind of, hey, this is one more thing, and they kind of introduce it. And I think it's either A, their multi-plat game, or B, their game that's only on PlayStation, because they said they were working on two games. One was a multi-plat, and one was exclusive to PlayStation. They did say that. Now, if it's not that, I think it's going to be Naughty Dog, and it's their whole multiplayer Last of Us whole thing, or something that's either completely different from The Last of Us or Uncharted. Because I think they're working on. I remember they did say they were working on a sci-fi game. They had a sci-fi game, so I'm like, where is that at? And I think if it's Sony Santa Monica, we don't know what it is. And I think if it's Sony Santa Monica, I don't know what they could be working on. And now the only studio that's kind of like a toss-up will be Blue Point coming out there with this one more thing, and they show something we kind of think like, because I'm hoping that they just kick the doors off the hinges and Blue Point comes out and says Bloodborne remake. I'm hoping they say, Demon Souls 2 or Bloodborne 2. I'm hoping that Blue Point is doing an original IP of something of Sony's, but I'm hoping that we get Bloodborne remake. I'll be happy just to kind of like say, okay,
I've been hearing people thinking that Bloodborne remake. I do think that's way overdue. Shad Just Wait says B Money on B-Rap said that there's going to be two shows for Sony, this one and one in the fall. Dude, I don't know, but all I'm gonna say is let's just get what we got right now, one show. But they did do a two-piece show when they announced God of War the last time, right? In 2020,
right.
They did two shows.
I think we are going to get two shows. I do think we get one.
I think they got too much
this year, and then I think we get one later because I think it's kind of the and who knows?
Let's
maybe
be happy
we
with
get
the
show
one right now.
Maybe we get the show and we're pleased with this show. They show, and then they watch because look. Sony is PlayStation Studios, and they're very calculated. Maybe they watch what Microsoft's Xbox show does, and then they say, oh, yeah, by the way, we got a show in September coming for you or August. Stay tuned. And then that's when they show the big bangers and these games. And I think if they do it like that, these games are released in 2024, mid to early 2024.
Yeah, I
think the way they move.
Yeah.
I think the way they move is they show games. They kind of want to show games when they're very close, like a year out.
So maybe later in the year might be a better time.
They showed Death Stranding 2, and don't be surprised if Death Stranding 2 gets a kind of window, like 2024 or whenever.
Because that's right. Like they've been announcing games like Silent Hill 2, and we haven't seen that. Death Stranding 2 was announced. Like they have been low key announcing games without a showcase. So we still need to see those. So maybe they show gameplay to those and then announce a couple of their studios and save the rest of their studios. But going through this list, there's tons of stuff that their first party's working on. We don't know.
They can announce, and there's a lot. There's stuff we know of. We just haven't seen, like Wolverine. I don't think they show Wolverine.
Nah, I think they're saving Spider-Man show.
I think this is how they may show it. I think they show Spider-Man definitely. And they say here's the launch date, right?
Yep.
I definitely think
they got it for the movie. The movie comes out June.
But
June 2nd.
But I also think that maybe right at the end they kind of tease a Wolverine gameplay trailer or something like that where we don't expect.
I don't think. See, I don't think they'll mess up their Marvel shit. Like I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Because I think them pushing that hype is like. Maybe they show some Wolverine stuff, maybe not gameplay, maybe just
if
CG,
they do,
to get you hyped.
They show Wolverine in Spider-Man.
Oh, I still think we're getting. I think we're getting a Wolverine game. Well, we know we're getting a Wolverine game. Let me rephrase that. We know we're getting a Wolverine game. I still think we're getting an Incredible Hulk. I think we're getting one.
I think a Hulk VR game. See, I think they're gonna do I think they're gonna do like they did with Iron Man. There's gonna be
we're gonna see a lot of VR stuff.
I think there's gonna be a superhero VR that license like they did with Iron Man and they did with Batman. I think there's gonna be a VR Hulk game. Dude, imagine a friggin' VR Hulk game, dude, where you're jumping around, punching holes in walls and stuff like that. That would work.
I'm gonna be honest.
VR Hulk? Grinders, do you want a VR Hulk game? Because I do.
If they're smart,
finish work, for knocking down walls.
They take, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes and knock their VR stuff out at the beginning. Just knock that out. Boom, boom, boom. Here's some updates to some games that are coming, and here's some games you didn't know about. And then at the end of the VR presentation, they drop, Half-Life Alyx is coming to VR too. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to show that
Half-Life
tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week. Next week they're going to show Half-Life Alyx. I'm like, I'm pretty sure.
Says,
Now, I don't think they need to spend a lot of time on VR. I don't.
No,
think
they're going to, man.
I'm
telling you, they're going to line this up for VR.
I think they needed to show the games quickly as they do VR. Don't spend a lot of. Give me a 2-minute clip, 1-minute clip, because this is an hour long. If you're spending 30 minutes on VR, I think you kind of lost me. Number one, you're going to lose me, and you're going to lose a lot of people because a lot of people don't have the VR, right? Number two, if they're showing games that are coming to PC,
somebody agrees.
To PC that are already on PlayStation, that's going to lose me too. I think they have to hone it in to PS5, and I think they said that. So I think you can announce a game and you can say it's coming to PlayStation 5, right? And then at the end you can put a little PC mark so we know it's coming later. But you really need to hone in to the audience that has the PlayStation 5s and the people who have the PS4s that want to upgrade now. This is a PlayStation 5 experience. This is where you're going to get it.
They got so much stuff. Like, even if you go into the VR section, dude.
They have a lot
that's right,
of stuff
Jez
for
Smashes.
VR,
that's right, Jez Smashes. Grindhouse.
I think the only thing they I think the only thing they show for VR though is things we don't know about, and maybe these games are now upgraded for VR too. You can get them starting today or whenever.
They might show that Ghostbusters VR. Did you see that?
That would be interesting. Yes, that would be.
That's
something
I can see them do.
I saw different things online, like Ghost of Tsushima too. I don't think we talk about that.
Dude, man.
I don't think we talk about that. I think we talk about whatever that studio is doing. And if it's Ghost of Tsushima, maybe. But I don't think that studio's doing the Ghost of Tsushima. I think
they have to.
Completely different.
I don't think they'll make them do something. They have to piggyback
different.
off that.
I really want to see at this point what. And like out of all of them, I want to see what Blue Point's doing the most between them and Sony Santa Monica and Naughty Dog. I want to see those three. Three studios. I'm really anticipating what they show. If they don't show anything, they're not ready.
Yeah,
they're
but something you
not
said.
Ready.
Well, something you said, Frog, about them not showing a lot of stuff that's maybe not ready right now. So maybe.
Yes,
you're right. Maybe they're gonna show some like a couple of announcements, like from Studio Bend. And maybe one more thing from Santa Monica, but maybe these other studios.
I forgot about Studio Bend. They haven't shown anything.
I'm telling you, Studio Bend is making some sort of siphon filter type game because they've been promoting that siphon filter in that PS Plus, and they need a multiplayer kind of game. They're not going to make a first-person
bring
shooter.
Siphon filter back. I'd be happy about that because there's no Splinter Cell.
They put every friggin' siphon filter in the Plus. Like why? And Ben retweets it every single time. They put every single one in there. Why would they prioritize
I don't know.
that?
I'm excited about this show for the aspect of the unknown. I'm more excited about the unknown. You know, I'm gonna be honest too.
I'm excited to see what Spider-Man looks like.
I'm gonna be honest too, right? we know that Microsoft has an Xbox show, and I'm interested. And here's the thing: I'm more interested to see what they don't show.
Oh, they're not showing. We're not doing Microsoft predictions yet. I'll wait.
No. We're going to do that later. But what I'm saying is, I'm more excited to see what they don't show. And that's going to sound weird.
It's going to be the Starfield Forza show, dude. Starfield Forza.
The Starfield Forza
and that's the thing, and everything know, and dude, and everything that they're probably not gonna show Starfield during their showcase, but they're gonna probably show.
No, they're gonna have their own show.
Yeah, I'm not doing Microsoft ones, but I'll just say quick. I think Avowed, Forza, and then and Starfield, and then Hellblade. I think that's what's it. But anyway, we'll get into the Halo one.
Forgot about that game.
Avowed and Hellblade are the next one's coming up.
But
for this one, for Sony, I'm telling you, there's so much. There's so much.
Do you think that Sony talks about any kind of sales numbers, anything?
No. This is all games. This is PS5 and PSVR. No hardware. Nothing.
Yeah,
but see what I was talking.
So you don't think they talk about revision of PS5 or price drops of VR?
I don't think
they'll
do hardware announcements during this.
I don't think they do that. I don't think they do that either. But I know there was some speculation of that, but I don't see that happening here. I think this is all about the games.
All software. They got too much software.
I think people are so hungry that in Sony for so long with their PlayStation division, they haven't shown. We know about things, but it's like there's a lot we don't know about.
I think that's unless they're gonna do the new model with Spider-Man, then they will do that as a one more thing and show the revision of the PSVR, the PlayStation,
some
PlayStation
Spider-Man
one.
plates,
Spider-Man plates or something. But I just don't feel like they're gonna do hardware. Or maybe that's the one more thing. They might announce a new PS5 revision at the end and, kind of push that with Spider-Man. If they don't, then that's probably the second showcase where they will show games and then announce a holiday revision. See, I think they would be better off announcing a revision to the console closer to the holiday where they could sell all PlayStations, the old one and the new ones, all during the holiday season. I think if they announce a new one now, that might give a little hiccup to people buying a PS5 right now. And I don't think they want to hiccup that stuff as they're going in, especially the summer months when sales of consoles usually are down because it's not the holiday.
Yes.
I would announce new hardware right after Spider-Man, like Spider-Man November showcase or Spider-Man September showcase, October show, and talk about a new revision to the PlayStation. And here's a couple of games coming out.
I think the fact that they even said, "Hey, we have a show coming up," is excitement enough.
I know.
And
no handheld.
Wait, no. Here's the other thing, Jazz.
I hope not.
I think that people at this point, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think that anybody that and this is how PlayStation Studios and Sony does things. The fact that they announced this, knowing that Microsoft has a show coming up. They have something that we just don't know about that may really just knock the doors off.
Dude, the whole show is going to destroy what Microsoft has. Phil said it already.
It's going to knock the door off. I think that the CMA stuff, all this
they highlighted it Waverly.
I think that they were waiting for that. I think they were waiting for that to pass, and now they're saying, here's what we're going to show you. But here's what we got.
I just want to say something. Waverly says, why would they not tweet about their games? I get you. Why would they not tweet? Just looky. But the fact that Sony has put every single siphon filter in their classic games, they're prioritizing siphon filter out of the blue. Every single one. 1, 2, 3, Death, whatever the one they just put the final one in there.
The only one we don't have in there is siphon filter Doodoo Strain. I mean Omega Strain.
Omega Strain.
That's the only one we don't have.
They put every single one in there. I think it's building up to something. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, would I be happy getting a siphon filter? Yeah, why not?
I think a siphon filter would be great. I think a siphon filter would fill in a void.
Back. Why not?
Yeah, it will fill in a void that we don't have right now. We don't have a void of a third-person espionage shooting type game. Phil Spencer, he heard about the PlayStation Showcase, trying to give you 6 months.
Yeah, my dog is at
Grindhound's
the door barking.
There.
Every time you get on the show, man, somebody knocks at the door.
Zuby has San Diego studio with a current third-party person action game. San Diego studio makes the baseball.
Let me ask
Josh
you a question.
says Jez, it's Ben's 30th anniversary. I'm telling you, they're doing something.
Jazz.
I'm telling
Here's
you.
another thing I don't think we thought about, and I don't know. I don't think this is gonna happen because I think you're right. Games. Do at this point, and let's be honest, because of everything going on, would it be a shocker to anybody if they announce some kind of big merger, some big buyout?
No.
Okay.
Keep that trash.
I don't think they're gonna do that, but I mean, who knows, man?
That is a friggin' Phil Spencer move to have a showcase and talk about we bought somebody.
Look,
Sony don't do that.
They may have bangers, and they say, "Oh, one more thing. By the way, we now acquired Ubisoft." I mean,
Sony
never go day one Ubisoft, but I'm just saying,
no.
This is a crazy world we live in. Our jobs are going to be dropped if they do that, man. I think we're going to get gains, but I think Sony's going to. Sony may do something we just don't expect, man.
No.
I would hope not, but
bullshit. No. None of that. No, I don't want no Jim Ryan saying we bought this. No, I don't care. I don't want you bought nothing. You show the goddamn games. I don't care who you bought. I don't want to know who you're in bed with. I don't care who you're taking out on rooftop parties. Do not announce on a goddamn game showcase that you bought somebody. I could care less.
Yeah, I would hope they don't do that, but you never know, man.
No,
this world
don't
is
waste
crazy,
my time
man.
with that. That is a waste of time. That is a Twitter.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That is nothing. You show the goddamn games. And yeah, Josh Ayers says, crazy prediction. PS3 native back compat. You know what, Josh, is funny? Frog and I were talking about that last night.
We were just talking about that.
We were talking about it, and we're like, what we noticed, and I think it will be great, but what we noticed is that they have really stopped putting PlayStation 3 games in their classic service. It's been PS4, PS5 ports of PS1, PSP. I don't know if they're PS2 games, but they've been porting the games in PS4, PS5, some with trophy support and stuff. And I don't think, if they do flip the switch, I don't think it would be now. It may be after they try to get some more classic games in there, but they haven't really done PS3 games. If they were still giving out some PS3 games as classics, I would say maybe, but they haven't done it. They've been doing more PS5, like the PS5, PS4 games of old games. So they're emulating them. They're actually packaging them. Like I was playing Pursuit Force, and that game looks great because that game blown up on a TV would not look good. And even if you watch the intro and stuff, it looks bad.
Yeah, it would look
but
like,
the game
bad.
looks sharper. Like the game looks much sharper to gameplay because all the video and all that stuff looks blurry on there. But it would be great if they do it. I think that's the final. That's the final push right there. It would be great.
If that happens, I mean, great for them. I mean, I have a huge catalog of PS3 games digitally.
It would. I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna honor that stuff. I think.
So I mean, I don't know if they, because I mean, if you have it digitally, you have to. I mean, like all my PS1 classic games that I purchased, they're free. I can just download them. Like if I didn't own the PlayStation Premium, guess what I can do? I can download all my PS1, PS2 games.
It would be good, but I don't think they would do it in like your old games that you bought and stuff. And I think they know
*1 customer.
That's going to get messy.
I don't see why not, because it's
it's
connected to my account. So I think native backward compatible for PS3. At this point, do I see it happening? No. If it happens, then it happens, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I could see them just saying, we're going to bring this franchise to PS4 and PS5. We're gonna, that kind of stuff. No, we heard you with the Ratchet and Clank, collection or the God of War collection, and we're gonna, bring this crap native. But I don't see them saying, oh, you can play your PS3 game.
Yeah,
they'll just bring those popular PS3 games, because that to me would be the smartest move. Bring the most popular PS3 game natively over to PlayStation.
Now, whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
Welcome, Wave Max, to the Grindhouse. Thank you for subscribing. Yes, everybody, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We're almost going to 2,300 subscribers here. And if you're a member, we're almost approaching 100 members here at the Gaming Grindhouse, VIPs. Hit that button. And shout out to Game Night with the $10. He goes, there was a rumor last year that Studio Ben's next game will be a spiritual successor to Siphon Filter, with an open world with stealth elements set in the Cold War, open world Hitman plus MGS 5. Dude, that sounds nice. That sounds real nice. I agree with that. That's what I'm predicting. I think, and I'm
not
glad
the
there's a
biggest
rumor
Hitman
about it, but
fan.
yeah, I think
like
that's
Metal
what we're
Gear
going.
Solid, Metal Gear
Siphon
Solid,
Filter.
like probably like 1 and maybe 3 are like my favorite ones. Outside of that,
So
I don't
let's
care
ask
about
that
Metal
question.
Gear.
Let's go into that question. What remake or old game will we see back done remastered, either by Bluepoint, either by somebody else? What franchise do you think we'll see at this showcase? Grinders, I ask you too.
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, okay. Bloodborne remake.
I think that's one. Yep.
That will blow the roof off.
Remade from the ground up. That would blow the roof off.
Not for me. I'm not a huge Bloodborne fan, but that's nice for everybody.
The fact that the game only sold like 3 million, but it created people who love that franchise.
Oh yeah, that'll be definitely for them. I won't go crazy about it, but I know the impact that would have for a lot of people.
Yeah, coming right up. It would be smart right now to announce it, especially coming off of Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I think it'd be just smart to be like, hey, we need to go ahead and get this out.
Josh says Final Fantasy Tactics remake.
Really need that right now?
I don't know. They are throwing a lot of Final Fantasies at us. I think that means Final Fantasy overkill.
Yeah, I think I don't think we do anything Final Fantasy right now.
Quanvo says MGS. Kratos 70. Oh, Kratos 99. Who's this? This is your brother. Kratos 70. Blasto, he says. I don't know what the hell's a Blasto. What he says a Blasto. Oh, Veggie says they open with Bloodborne remake. Oh, damn. That would be some powerful smack in the face. That would be like set the tone. People will be screaming. That will be a reaction right there. But why do that at a showcase? MGS. Hell yeah. Yeah, so so you think only Bloodborne? Do you think anything else? I think MGS, Silent Hill, we know. MGS, Silent Hill, Castlevania. Diablo says Castlevania.
I could see Castlevania. I didn't think about that. I would love if show Castlevania. I'll be happy.
I would be excited for Castlevania.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'd be super excited because I'm a huge fan of that.
I love Castlevania.
But I don't know, man.
The real vampires.
At this point,
not no bootleg Redfall vampires. The
Yeah.
Castlevania is the real vampire. OG.
Yeah, at this point, I guess we're gonna have to see. Because if I had to predict anything, I would say Bloodborne is like really overdue.
Blast is a PS1 game. Yeah, I didn't see that one.
It's super overdue for some conversation.
Ooh!
And I think if we don't see, I don't think if we see Bloodborne, I think they're never gonna talk about it. And we're not gonna.
Yeah, I agree. If it's not in there, you're right. Dude, one of my favorites, Plus Ultra got it. Bloody Raw, man. Oh, man, that was awesome. I love me some crazy fighting game like that. Bloody Raw, man. That was good. Bloody Raw 2, yeah. I remember. Oh, man. Bloody Raw was fun. I love that. That would be great if they brought back. Now, I think tomorrow we're going to see what is it? A Mortal Kombat. Or whatever they're doing from them. Is it Mortal Kombat or is it a new Injustice?
Mortal Kombat, it is. It is.
Or
no,
Injustice.
well, the rumor is Mortal Kombat, but it could be Injustice. But I hope it's either or. I mean, we're overdue for something from these guys. Now, I know there was a big rumor that, and like I said, once again, rumor, grain of salt, that EA is bringing something in the shape of Medal of Honor back, but it's not the traditional Medal of Honor. It's more like a Call of Duty style kind of game where they're taking the Medal of Honor approach with Battlefield. That's a rumor that I've been seeing running around. I'm like, I don't know how true that is. Being that Battlefield 2042 failed so bad, maybe it's true. Maybe EA is like, okay, we get in bed with Sony and we make our next game. We prioritize everything. Who knows? But
yeah.
I
got the little grindy here. Yeah, I know Frog's making his prediction. Yeah, say hi. Hit the button.
Oh, the button.
Oh, it's a little grinder.
Yeah. No, not that one. This one.
Oh, this one?
Say, yeah.
Which one?
This one.
This one? The top one?
This one.
Hi, grinders!
God, I got to train you on the grinds board. My goodness. All right. Yeah, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah, he's all hyped up for Spider-Man. That's all I'm telling you, man. He's ready to go. He's ready to go for that Spider-Man. That's the little grinder. Get him in there. Hit the wrong button. That's the little grinder, yeah, boy. So anyway, yeah. So you thinking? Yeah, he was yelling at me the whole time. You were saying about Call of Duty. Little mini grinder. There's a mini grinder in there. But yeah, he's all hyped up. I was telling him about Spider-Man. I was like, we're going to see Spider-Man next week. He's like, yes.
Hey, if I were him, that's all I'd be concerned with Spider-Man right now.
Yeah, he's hyped up. He's wanting to see Ant-Man. That's what he was talking about. Grinder Jr. Nice. But yeah, so like you think that you don't think Activision will be there, do you?
I do think Activision is there.
You think they're gonna show some of Call of Duty? Because I heard you saying Call of Duty.
Sony has the rights to marketing, so I think that maybe they conversate about it. But I do also think that,
Late Ice Cream.
Maybe that's saved for Jeff Keighley's show, the big reveal.
Oh, the Smuggling Grape show, yeah.
Yeah, the Grape Smuggling show. Yeah, I think that's the big reveal we get.
I don't know, man. Yeah, and that's remember, because like this is the other thing too, is that Keighley used Sony as one of his last things. Like he used Factions and the announcement of the TV show on last year's. The year before, he used Death Stranding 2, right? Was it Death Stranding? No, Death Stranding Remastered he used on his showcase. Death Stranding 2 was at the Game Awards, right? Was it Death Stranding 2 at the Game Awards?
Wait, was it Game Awards?
Grinders. When was Death Stranding? I think Death Stranding 2 was the Game Awards because I was watching it with Salty, I think. I think that was there, and I think he used Death Stranding Remastered or the director's cut as his one 2 years ago. So Keighley, during his show, where it turned into like an indie showcase last year, it was pretty bad. It was all a bunch of indie games. And then he would say one more thing at the end, and that was when he brought out Factions. Game Awards, Carl. Okay, it was the Game Awards. So, but he did use Death Stranding. So he used like a PlayStation game at the end of each of his showcase. So maybe Sony has that Bloodborne one for Keighley's thing. So maybe Bloodborne's not at this one. Maybe Bloodborne would be at the end of Keighley's little Smuggling Grape show. So I don't know. But I think with all the crap going on with that, I don't think Call of Duty at the showcase. Maybe, dude. That would be that would be hilarious, though. That would be wild.
I think it happens just because
they got the marketing, right?
4 years. Yeah, because they have the marketing. Wow. I mean, they have no choice. They have no choice. It can be like, hey, you guys got to be here.
How wild would that be? Now I'm thinking about it. That would definitely be a Jim Ryan slap in the face to Microsoft by having Sony having PlayStation. He'll be like, all the stuff with Microsoft buying Activision.
You want to go behind mom and dad's back and talk about me? Guess what? You got to be at our show.
Yeah. Guess what? Guess go over here, grab ass and goddamn with Ronald McDonald. Get over here. Yeah, a Call of Duty at the Sony showcase. That would people be like, well, wait, I thought Microsoft bought them. It's like, why was that so? Yeah, it would definitely lead to some confusion because just by that was another thing I wanted to show too. Somebody said like the tweet itself surpassed Microsoft's tweet instantly with the showcase announcement.
Because you know why? Because Microsoft just released Redfield. And Microsoft has talked about their games, some of their games recently, and Sony hasn't had a show in quite some time.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, like a real show in a year or more.
And
so I think that they're overdue, and I think that people are hungry for this current generation we're in to see what they're going to bring to the table. I think we're at a point where you're close to 50 million consoles, because if I'm not mistaken, PlayStation 5 is getting close to that 50 million mark. So I think that but I think they're close to it. I think that this is a time in the lifespan of this system, 3 years in, you say, hey, we start showing bangers. Sony is really synonymous with the third year into their console, they start throwing out the bangers.
Look at this.
Think about the PS4. The third year into the PS4's life, banger after banger after banger after banger. We're like, yo, Sony can't be stopped. PS4 was the same way. So I think that's what happens, man.
You're right. Friday, I'm looking at almost 56,000 likes already. 1,500 bookmarks.
Smart people, man.
Quality splits, Herman Holst. There we go. I said the quality splits will be in full Herman Van Dam Holst split mode.
Smart people, man.
Let me see what the Microsoft one was at. That showcase. Where's that one?
Look, Zelda is a prime example. If you make great games, they'll come.
Hell yeah.
Phil Spencer's whole comment was
he's going to be eating that, dude. He's going to be – he just like he ate that comment about single-player games don't have the thing that they used to have anymore.
He just makes really bad comments.
Dude,
he makes bad
great
comments,
games won't change anything.
Watch
Watch what a great showcase does. It's going to make eyeballs go – you can't even get it. And just when you think Sony's at its max, it's going to go beyond that when they show great games, man. And now, so Zuby, shout out to Zuby. Zuby has some little hints here. He says, Zuby says, already, the showcase, it says right now, the showcase has 15.67 million views already. This is the tweet. Wait, is this the old one? Zuby, what are we doing here? Is this the old one? No. Oh, the old one. Oh, here are the showcases. Look, the future of gaming, PlayStation Showcase. Because you're right. That year they did two. They did a June and a September. The year the PlayStation launched. And now they're doing there was another one, September 21. Wait, I'm confused. There have been two showcases, right? There was a PlayStation 5 showcase, and then there was another one. Oh, here are the views. Oh, he's just showing that the PS5 Future of Gaming show was 15 million views. PlayStation Showcase in 2020 was 4.96 million views. 48 minutes. PlayStation Showcase in 21 was 42 minutes. So this is akin almost, they said a little over an hour. So this is falling into the PS5 Future of Gaming show when they announced the PS5, the biggest one. The timing of this one. Shout out to Zuby there with the facts. All that stuff. But let me see. What was the... What was this one? Oh, yeah, somebody showed... This was earlier today, but you look... This was when it was at 18. In 25 minutes, it got to 18.4 thousand likes. And then you look at what Xbox has currently right now at their showcase announcement, 10,000 likes. Currently. What did Phil say? What did he say?
Oh, no! We suck again!
Jazz, the key thing is
we suck again.
If you make great games, people will flock to your game system. They not only will flock to your game system, they're going to flock to the great games. They're going to follow where the great products are made. I didn't pick up Zelda, the new Tears of the Kingdom, because I guess my thing is, like, as much as I hear people talking about it, man, that game doesn't look good. Like, graphically, it just doesn't look good. Am I interested in playing it? Yes and no. Once they brought back the broken weapon system, I really didn't have a passion to play it. I'm just going to be honest. I had no passion to play it because that really, to me, I hated that. I hated that in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, my God. Somebody did this, Frog. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm okay with not buying that game day one. Eventually, I may get it, but hopefully by the time I get it, Nintendo will be on to a new, more powerful console because I don't want to play it freaking
I got you. Ryan told the guy Ryan on the Rock. Oh, man, dude, that is hilarious. Jim Ryan on the Rock.
I don't feel like playing. I don't feel like I'm playing a game that looks like a GameCube game.
Yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, dude, I think I'm ready. I'm ready for what that is wild. Dude, I'm ready for the showcase. I think it is definitely. I think we're ready to go, and it's interesting that we have so many games that we don't know, like so many things that Sony has because they've been quiet for a while on what they're working on, and I think that we're gonna be rocking this thing, the people's console. That's right, Josh. If you smile with Jim Ryan's cooking.
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
And if you're coming in late, everybody, there was a very inspirational Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan speech to start us off today. So definitely, if you missed that, go back and listen. Very passionate. He called out Phil Ness and anything like that. So, the one thing I do want to just to leave the grinders with here is, let's see what I got. We did the showcase stuff, and I think we'll have some more predictions upcoming. And you're glad it's quiet. I know. Yeah, it's going to be wild. And I love that. It's PSVR 2, PS5. It's everything we want. And let's go. And that's what it is. It's about the games. And let me see. I wanted to see, because I think, and not a lot of people picked up on this one. But, where was it? Where was that? Was it here? This is what Jim Ryan's fighting against right now. There he is, right here. Let's hear how Phil had to talk about his showcase, because I need to know, like,
what you can expect.
Let's see
on the game, because we get all the telemetry ambition.
Please carry. Phil's not going to. The fact
you Phil see at the point knowing that the game was going to run 30 frames per second. But that
talk about showcase
after some of the slowdown through COVID. I'm tired of not trying to build the one game to rule them all. We will have to do it on time, and we have to show people what they're actually going to see.
The Series X and the community. It's like,
what a mess.
And I will even say, yes, I'm rooting for the home team here. Out the same month, age 2 on always.
Phil, tell us about showcase.
To grow
Where was
the
it?
way, and obviously as we go
see at the point no
up is this, which will be happening.
Point right now in terms of my delivery on that commitment to the community of the games that we've shipped. Some of those games first shipped on PlayStation, but still, when I go through the list of the games, you still have to
release now. It's not
created.
Yeah, they did a lot of talking. I want to know what Phil said about showcase.
It's kind of a bigger
game. Answer is no, and we will build games. View scores on Red one thing tree. Maybe
can I jump in? Yes.
Phil, talk about showcase.
Ahead. Talk just for a minute about
whatever. God damn.
That feels like the game had a goal to do one thing, and when players are actually playing, they're not feeling that thing. They're not feeling
the Xbox. New
Phil, tell us about that showcase.
That's confused studios builds.
Oh my God.
But that's only
can use some of our internal resources that, yeah.
Well, Phil, we don't.
As learning, as painful as it is, but as you said, it's part of getting to success are those learnings in that diagnosis. There's a bunch of other stuff I could go into, but then we end up with kind of dev doc, which I'm happy to.
Yeah, Phil, damn it. What did he say? Because I want to know what he said. Showcase is not about that.
I'm not gonna I'm gonna take full responsibility for launching a game that needs to be great
for Xbox as far as releasing titles. Now, last year during the showcase, you had the 12-month
There it is.
plan.
There's a showcase.
You didn't necessarily deliver on all the games coming.
No, we didn't deliver. Not necessarily. We didn't deliver.
Yeah, absolutely. So my point of bringing that up is this.
Man,
talking
Phil,
about some of the lessons learned that come out of that, and obviously even with not every game making the 12 months, going back to again, quick list of it.
Stop
State
talking.
of Decay 3 balance on
lessons learned. And I'll even go back to the Redfall itself. Right?
Showcase
Transparency in what we're building, what our aspiration now. That said, when I go and I look at Showcase,
here it is.
And I'm not going to try to oversell Showcase here because if I were on the other side of watching this, it's like, hey, after Redfall, I'm going to put my hands on the controller, and that's what's going to take to kind of prove to me. But that's not what Showcase is. So I'm very enthusiastic about Showcase. We're going to announce some things that people haven't seen, some new games. We're going to give updates to some of the things that were on your list. The other thing that gets me really excited is when I look forward over the next quarters, which has always been my focus of how do we get a big game out every quarter at quality, that things are lining up finally after some of the slowdown through COVID. I'm tired of talking about that. announce some things that people haven't seen, some new games. We're going to give updates to some of the things that were on your list.
We're going to give updates to some of the things on the list. He went to like 20 games.
The other thing that gets me announce some things that people haven't seen, some new games. We're going to give updates to some of the things that were on your list.
That don't sound like a fun showcase at all. That sounds like trash. That doesn't sound fun at all. He's excited about the stuff that he's not going to show you.
The other thing that gets me really excited is when I look forward over the next quarters.
He's excited that he has games coming out over the next quarters. Oh, Jesus. Pause. God damn, Phil. Man. That's some sad.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Get out of here with your petty goddamn Xbox poor man show. Goddamn. He looks like the guy on the street corner that has a cardboard box playing the flute. He's like this. He's like, did you play me a song? I'm going to play a song. No, I don't want to look at showcase like that. Get the hell out of here. Jim Ryan, tell him where it's at, baby. Tell him where it's at. Tell him.
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine. It's turbo time.
That's all I want to hear. I'm going to be playing this grinder during the showcase.
It's turbo time. It's turbo time. It's turbo time.
That's what we're gonna hear. All right? You go watch Booster's show 16 days later. We're watching Turbo Man's show next week. And I know there may be some indie foo-foo stuff, and then we'll tame that down. I'm sure there's going to be some things.
You know what I wonder, Jez? How many games are they going to are 30 frames and per second, and they have to get patched later?
Ooh. Oh, man, Frog came in with the hit.
That's what I want to know.
Oh, man, Frog hitting those hits. I can tell you this. I guarantee another predictor of the Sony showcase. On the bottom, in text, running and captured on a PS5. That's what's they're gonna say. Captured on a PS5. That will be on every video that they got. You could guarantee that. On that one. I think there will definitely be. They'll have that seal of quality. It'll be captured on a PS5. You know that's gonna be in there. But Frog, you're right. How many games we're going to see there and we're not going to... no, but that's exactly why Phil was in that issue. Is that because they've been showing games rendered on PC, in-game assets, the engine, in-game engine demo. Like, this dude was apologizing for what they've shown with Redfall, but he forgets the goddamn... what was it? The friggin' the Lion King video that they showed about a Halo. We need to be more honest. Dude, you showed me animals grazing in there. I was like, him and yada, him and yada. Freaking Elton John came out of the screen. You showed us Halo. From the day we arrived on the planet. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And it's like, it's Halo. But there was like some grazing animals. And dude, they came out with a hairless rat. I got a goddamn hairless Halo rat. Meanwhile, they showed Halo friggin' sweeping goddamn the buffalo grazing. The birds flying, and they gave us a friggin' Halo rat. He's been lying to our asses since back then. Talking about we need to show what you're gonna play. We need to show. Yeah. He's saying that now. Oh, yeah, it's just no, Phil, it's not just the 60 frames. You need captured on the PS5 like they're gonna show at the showcase. All right? We don't need Halo Infinite, him and Yana, goddamn, what's his name? Friggin' Elton John singing. Where is that, the reveal? Where is that thing? He's been lying to your face since then. Here it is. What's this? Is this it? Yeah. Phil. There's Phil. Well, we gotta be more honest with what you're playing. We gotta be more honest about what you're playing. Here it is. Knowing what you know now, everybody hitting, watching this video, knowing what Halo Infinite is right now with the hairless Halo rat. This is how Halo Infinite was revealed to us. And Phil saying, we got to do better with what you're going to play. Phil, this was going on since 2018, Phil, 2017. This is Halo. This is what they showed Halo. Here it is. From the day we arrived on the planet, from when we stepped in the sun, with the sun rolling high on the sapphire sky, you'll take to more the air tonight. It's the circle of bullshit, and it starts with Phil Ness. The circle of bullshit. He been lying since then with the circle of bullshit. That was Halo. There it is. Live performance. Bootleg Elton John. We got to be honest with our fans. Yeah. He apologized in 2023. Meanwhile, he spewed this trash in goddamn 2018. God, there it is.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
There you go. We need to show what you're playing in your hand. Yeah, it does look really good, right? That's what he showed at E3 on the stage, powered by Shit Space, nonetheless. The Shit Space engine. Please, don't get me started for another friggin' hour here. I know the grinders want to hear it, but I'm not ready for it. There you go. Jump in. Played best on the Xbox One. Dude, that was the Xbox One. We weren't even talking about the Series consoles when they showed that. They were telling you that that's what the Series X is going to look like. What are we doing here? So, you will be seeing caption on a PS5 with the PlayStation. There may be some CGI. But we'll see what we got. But I can tell you, when they're showing gameplay from a PlayStation. They're not going to show you in-rendered footage. My cousin's former roommate. There we go. There it is. Dude, look, they'll say game plays best on Xbox. It's right there. Here it said it. Xbox exclusive.
You just made the list.
2018, dude. Veggie, VIP grinder, welcome. Veggie. Yeah, look. Yeah, look. Developed by 343 and created with the Slipspace engine, Halo Infinite was revealed at the 2018 E3 briefing. The thrilling engine demo that provides a glimpse into the future of Halo franchises. Veggie says Xbox Showcase is like drinking warm beer alone while watching out through the window with tears in your eyes as it rains. PS Showcase is the opposite. Damn right. Caption on a PS5. Look at this. So Phil, sorry. You're not gonna. Don't believe me. You'll believe when you play in your hands. Phil, thanks for been lying since 2018. Established 2018, 2017. Phil Ness. Circle of bullshit. Yeah. Slipspace engine. It lasted 3 years, Ant. That's right. But anyway, need to cool our tongues on this. Look at this. Look at these Halo trees. Holy, look at these Halo trees. Even though they didn't look too hot then. But look at these Halo trees. Shh. Look at this. People thought this was what the game was going to look like. They thought this is what the game was going to look like. All lies. All lies. You know what you know now with Halo. This is what they show, dude. The Rhino, Amanda. Exactly. So, all we know is that PlayStation Showcase is going to show captured on PS5. And y'all all invited. Oh, yeah. So, with that, grinders, I want to thank you all for coming through this afternoon on the PlayStation Showcase invite and Grind's prediction. We're going to have some more talking about Frog. You have any last things to say?
Nah, man, I just can't wait until next week.
Now, it's going to be a long week, dude. It is going to be a long, long week. Show us greatness captured on the PS5. Dude, we know what the greatness looks like. PS5, we don't have to go far, man. We just go right to my Grindhouse channel right here. You can just go right to the right to the Grindhouse, and you want to see greatness. You want capture on PS5. Like where do we begin? With capture on a PS5. I show you the game. I play Horizon Forbidden West. It's it's incredible. What that game looks like. Like it's a travesty that game is not revered left and right every single time on what this game is, that Horizon game. I think it's really undersold. Honestly, you got me on a little rant here. I think that Horizon Forbidden West and what Horizon, even with the DLC, what they're doing with the Burning Shores on Horizon, I think it's way, I think people just want to conveniently kind of forget it on this one. But what this game is doing and what it looks like with the lighting, the combat, the side missions, the storytelling, the animations, I think that Horizon is severely underappreciated by the mass market. I think this game should be put on a friggin' pedestal with what it's doing technically and what it's doing overall. And they improved it so much than the first game. And then the DLC is that much better. The DLC, there's so much stuff to do. That world that they built with the DLC, it's huge. And the fact that you seamlessly go back and forth and it looks even better, no. And with the types of enemies that you're fighting here, these things are huge. I fought 2 frogs. Sorry, not you frogs, but I fought 2 frogs at the same time. Then I fought a friggin' one of the huge ass birds.
Oh shit, frogs!
Yeah, frogs, dude. These frogs in the DLC are crazy. It's insane.
I gotta get the DLC just because it has frogs in
it. Yeah, they got crazy frogs in them, like robot huge frogs. But what this game is doing, and then I fought that, and then I fight, the Razorbacks, and then they have so many different enemies here and they're huge, and they're part of side missions. It's incredible, and I really think, and the story I think is really great. I think and I think they did such a great job with their toads. Okay, they're toads, they're not frogs, but I think they've done such a great job with the endgame DLC, knowing how the game ended and the impact of the story. It is almost like a prequel to the next game in the sense that it ended on such a story drop at the end of this game that now going into the DLC, knowing what you know, it impacts the story there as well, and also why you're doing what you're doing. I think it's great. And that's a last prediction I'm going to leave you grinders with, and nobody said this yet. I'm going to leave it here before you 300 leave. I think they're going to show the Horizon multiplayer.
Ooh.
There it is, grinders. Supermods, wherever you are, clip it. I think we're going to see the multiplayer Monster Hunter-esque Horizon. I don't think it's going to look like this. I think it's going to be more of that Fortnite-y look. But I do think that is coming. The multiplayer Horizon, they're building on this franchise. They're going to, the DLC dropped. It's in PlayStation Plus. Remember, I always look at what Sony's doing with their services, with their announcements, with their support. They've been supporting Horizon. The DLC just dropped. Horizon's fresh. They got the movie coming out, the Netflix show. They're gonna tease or show something with the Horizon multiplayer. Ba-boom, from Guerrilla. And I know some people don't care about the multiplayer, but I just think it's another expansion to the universe, and we'll see where it goes from that one. I would love it to look like this as a Monster Hunter one, but I think it's coming. So that's another little prediction. I think we're going to see something with Horizon because Horizon's in the news giving off this thing. And, yeah, it needs co-op. What was I saying that needed? What is that? Oh, that was another prediction. I'll do another prediction, too. I think that when they show Ghost of Tsushima 2, Frog, get this. I think when they show Ghost of Tsushima 2, I think Ghost of Tsushima is going to have some sort of either squad, co-op, like a ninja squad co-op, or some sort of, or definitely a multiplayer aspect. I think they're going to highlight Ghost of Tsushima, which is going to look incredible, but I think they're going to incorporate that multiplayer that they added onto the first game more into the second game, either doing a co-op, like co-op open world, or 2 of them, or maybe 3 ninjas and taking down bases and stuff like that, or
I can see
like
that.
a clan, or definitely some PvP, samurai fighting, not just PvE, but actually some samurai combat PvP. I think they're going to expand that multiplayer that they explored with the first game. Those are some 2 hot take predictions at the end of the show. Thank you again, Grinders. Hit the like button. I know, right, Reggie? Reggie, damn. Hit that like button. Horizon, completely. I've been playing tons more, especially since the DLC, man. I've been grinding everything, and I can't believe what this game does. At night and the daytime, severely underappreciated what Horizon's technically doing and what they're doing with a game in this time and day and age of games. Having a complete pile of 60 frames, 60 frames, running this game looking like this should be a technical spectacle celebrated across the whole goddamn gaming industry. That's my feeling on Horizon right there. Telling you right now. Hit that like button. We're ready to see greatness next week. More grind stuff coming your way. Gaming Grindhouse on Monday nights. And we're ready to go. Keep it locked here to the Gaming Grindhouse. Get them, Grindhounds. Hit that like button, share. Thank you to the VIPs. Thank you for the super chats. Support the channel. Support the Grindhouse. Thank you again, Grinders. Talk to you guys later. See ya.